Today we're going to be going over some more of the worst alternate DC universes, since you guys just like this series so much. Now again, let me remind you, when I say worst, I don't necessarily mean the storyline is bad. It's just that, you know, you would not want to live in these universes, because they're pretty grim, they're pretty dark, pretty edgy, I would say.
My name is Jeff.
The first alternate universe we're going to talk about is Earth 3. In this alternate world, the heroes and villains are inverted, so everyone who's normally a hero is a villain. So basically what that means is that the entire Justice League is evil and is known as the Crime Syndicate. They're comprised of Ultraman, who is an evil version of Superman, Johnny Quick, who is the evil Flash, Owlman, who is the evil Batman, Superwoman, who is the evil Wonder Woman, Deathstorm, who is the evil Firestorm, Grid, who is the evil Cyborg, Atomica, who is the evil Atom, and Power Ring, who is the evil Green Lantern. Now, I'm not going to go into too many details about their origins because they're relatively the same as their counterparts, except for the fact that they murder everyone because they're evil. And if you're wondering about the evil Aquaman of the Crime Syndicate, well, we don't really know much about him because he died. You know, he died during transport. Like a fucking goldfish that you just bought from the pet store. Bro just died before he could even make it. But I would like to throw out a formal complaint to the writers because they made Superwoman a whole promiscuous person. You know, she's for the streets. She was in a relationship with Ultraman while secretly also being in a relationship with Owlman and also carrying the child of Lex Luthor, who is also evil Shazam. His name is Mazaz, which is Shazam backwards. What a cool name. They were featured in the Forever Evil storyline where they invaded Prime Earth. They were also featured in Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. This movie is cool. You should watch it. The next universes we're going to talk about were featured in the Dark Knight's Metal storyline. Essentially, this storyline is about the bat god named Barbados, who was created to consume unstable worlds. But he grew tired of this and killed his master and set his eyes on the regular multiverse, thus creating the dark multiverse, because all of the unstable worlds were existing longer than they were supposed to. So Barbados recruits all of these evil Batmen from around the dark multiverse, with Prime Earth Batman serving as the gateway for him to come through. Now, I'm not going to go over the rest of the storyline, but I will go over the evil Batmen from the different universes. Kicking it off, we have evil Batman Cyborg, aka Murder Machine. In this reality, Alfred is getting the shit beaten out of him by a bunch of Batman villains as they ask him where Batman is. But Alfred ain't no snitch, so he just ends up getting killed. Batman is very sad about this, but luckily, he has an Alfred protocol, because of course he does, which is an AI created from a scan of Alfred's mind that he had been working on, except it was never finished, so he asks Cyborg to help him out. They get the Alfred AI working, and of course this thing immediately starts murdering everyone, because why not? It's doing this because it sees everything as a threat to Bruce, and while it's murdering everyone, all the AI can say is, "How may I help you?" Cyborg is all like, "Bro, we gotta delete this shit," and Batman hits him with the, "No, I can fix him." Then the AI takes over Batman's body and removes his ability to feel fear and sadness. I don't know why specifically those two emotions it decided to remove. Thank God they didn't remove his lust for gooning though. I mean... An Alfred protocol is crazy. Like, imagine if there was a Harambe protocol. You know, that gorilla who was tragically taken from us too soon. Now that would be cool. Like, imagine talking to Harambe. "Harambe, is that you?"
Yes, my child, it is I, Harambe.
"Oh my god. Harambe, please, I request your guidance.
What is it that you need, my child? I am here to help.
I must embark on a great journey, but I'm unsure if I have what it takes to complete it."
I understand your hesitation, but do not doubt yourself, my child. You have the strength and resilience within you. Believe in yourself and have faith in your abilities. The journey may be difficult, but with courage and determination, you will overcome any obstacle in your path.
Thank you for your wisdom, great Harambe. I have one more request, if I may.
Of course, my child. What is your request?
Can you hit the gritty?
I am not sure I understand what you mean, my child. Can you elaborate on your request?
The gritty is a dance from this popular game called Fortnite. Some wise words from Harambe, and it's all possible thanks to Polybuzz. Polybuzz is an AI chatbot app with millions of characters to choose from, real and fictional. Download the app through my link in the description and use promo code aizon to unlock premium features. That's AIZON. Just simply type it in the search bar and you're good to go. Next up, we have the most popular and recognizable one, Evil Batman Joker, aka the Batman Who Laughs. In this universe, the Joker drugs Batman and goes to town by killing everybody that Batman holds dear and all the villains and the entire city. Basically, he's just killing everyone. He's going berserk mode. This master plan of his is called the Joke Too Far, and he's doing it to push Batman to his breaking point of finally killing him. And to absolutely no one's surprise, it works. You know, Batman breaks free and snaps his neck like a pencil, which then releases a toxic Joker gas from his body because comic books, you know, he's a very gassy boy. He had a lot of Taco Bell. Why does he just have gas inside of him? I don't understand. Anyways, Batman gets poisoned by this, and while talking to Superman, it's revealed that the chemicals that made the Joker, were slowly killing him. Superman also tells him about how this Jokerized little girl tried to bite her doctor's throat out, and Batman laughs. I don't know about you, Superman, but if I saw that Batman was laughing at something like that, I would punch his head clean off, because bro is already gone at that point. Later, Batman gathers the Bat family in the cave to tell them that he's been infected. He will still retain his intellect and his prowess, but his morals will be that of the Joker. And all of them are like, "Oh, it's okay, we'll find a way to help you out." To which Batman calmly replies by gunning all of them down and killing the Justice League. Oh, and by the way, just in case you didn't think he was evil enough, he also forced Superman to kill his family by giving him black kryptonite, which I don't know why black kryptonite is the one that makes him violent. Why specifically the color black? Why is that one? Why is that one the one that makes him violent? You got some explaining to do, DC. Next up, we have Evil Batman Doomsday, aka Devastator. Stupid ass Transformers name, bruh. In this universe, Superman just started killing everybody for some reason. So Batman decided Superman needed to be killed, and he whipped out a kryptonite spear. And of course, his arm gets blown off. Cause like, you're just a normal dude. Like, how did you think this was gonna play out? Bro brought a melee weapon to the fight when his opponent can fly and shoot laser beams from his eyes. What did you think was gonna happen? Nah, cause even this dude Superman started trash talking him. But of course, Batman always has a plan for everything, and he injects himself with the Doomsday virus that he keeps on his utility belt, and he starts beating the shit out of Superman and kills him with his stank-ass breath, which causes spikes to shoot out of his body. Next up is Evil Batman Aquaman, aka the Drowned. Except, as you may have noticed, they're a woman. So yeah, in this universe, the genders are reversed, and Bruce Wayne is known as Bryce Wayne, and their lover, Sylvester Kyle, gets killed by metahumans. So this version of Batwoman, this Batwoman decides to kill all of the metahumans to get revenge. And after successfully killing most of them, Aquawoman and her Atlanteans show up, and Batwoman goes to war with them. Aquawoman is stabbed to death by her own trident because I guess Aquaman just gets disrespected no matter what universe he's in. Anyways, Batwoman thought that killing their queen would deter them, but instead the Atlanteans flooded Gotham, so Batwoman decided to undergo surgery to become just like the Atlanteans. She also engineers an army to fight with her, just so she can win. What the fuck is this story? Next up, we have Evil Batman Wonder Woman, aka the Merciless. In this universe, Batman and Wonder Woman have been at war with Ares for 2 years because Ares forged a helmet that increased his power by a metric fuckton. However, when they finally defeated Ares, it came at the cost of Wonder Woman's life. But before Wonder Woman died, she warned Batman about the helmet and how it would corrupt him. So of course, Batman chose the sensible and smart option and threw that bitch right on his head. Dude really threw on that helmet like it was a new shiny piece of loot that dropped from a raid boss. And then bro goes on to say how he's gonna reshape all of warfare by being merciful and using the helmet's ability for justice. Yeah, right, bro. Yeah, he just starts killing everyone. It was also revealed that Batman was the real person who killed Wonder Woman, not Ares, and he killed her because she tried reaching for the helmet first. Like, dude folded instantly. Bro was just salivating for the helmet. Bro's mental was so weak, he got corrupted just from looking at the helmet. Next up is Evil Batman Flash, aka the Red Death. In this universe, Batman is attacking Flash, because he wants the Speed Force so he can travel back in time and save people from his past. Yeah, because time travel always ends up well. So obviously Barry says no, but somehow Batman was able to freeze the Flash's leg with a needle injection. He stabbed his leg. How do you catch him? What do you... And then straps Barry on the Bat Tank, which was modified to siphon the Speed Force from him. And once he gained the powers of the Flash, he started killing all the villains. He punched the Scarecrow in half with his fist. What the fuck? And finally, we have evil Batman Green Lantern, aka Dawnbreaker. This one is possibly one of the most twisted versions of Batman. In this universe, when Batman's parents got killed, instead of crying and being sad like a pussy, he instead got really mad and started chasing down the killer. While he was doing this, he said that he felt nothing inside. And that's when a Green Lantern ring flew to him, claiming that he had the ability to overcome great fear. But like, I thought the whole point of, you know, like Lantern ring powers were emotions. You know, I thought they were fueled by emotions, and bro literally said he felt nothing. And I don't know why the ring decided he would be a good bearer for it just because he could overcome fear. Shouldn't he need to display, you know, great willpower to get a Green Lantern ring? Is the ring stupid? Wouldn't it have made more sense for him to become a Red Lantern because of his anger? Well, I mean, he's clearly mad. Look at bro's face. Anyways, this version of Batman's willpower was so great that he was able to overcome the ring's safety protocols and engage in lethal force. Which, again, doesn't make sense. Is that even willpower at that point, or is that just, like, raging bloodlust? Yeah, it looks like Joe Chill's not so chill anymore because he's got fucking vaporized by green energy. Anyway, surprise, surprise, this version of Batman then decides to go on a killing spree and murder all of the villains. So Jim Gordon comes over and he's like, "Hey man, maybe you're going a bit too far." To which he calmly replies by saying, "Looks like your daughter's gonna have to grow up without a father. Sad," and then vaporizes him. That's when the Green Lantern Corps finally arrives and they demand he hands over the ring. Yeah, he killed all of them. I guess his willpower is just too strong. All that willpower and your parents are still dead. The last alternate universe I want to cover is Superman Red Son. In this universe, Superman's origin is slightly altered. Instead of landing in Smallville, he lands in the Soviet Union. Superman becomes a member of Stalin's inner circle and uses his power for the greater good of the country. Until one day, the CIA enlists Lex Luthor to find a way to kill Superman. So Lex Luthor's plan is to crash Sputnik into Metropolis in order to bait out Superman, so when Superman comes to stop it in time, he'll touch it with his grimy little hands, and Luthor will then be able to obtain the DNA samples from it and clone him. And I guess it worked, because he was able to create a clone. I don't even know how he got enough DNA from this probe to clone Superman. Like, did Superman bust a nut on it? I don't understand. Superman and Wonder Woman meet at a diplomatic party, and the two form a bond. But then Stalin is secretly assassinated by his son, and Superman is convinced to lead the country. Stalin's son also kills this kid's parents for spreading propaganda. This totally won't have any future implications. The clone is completed, but it turned out like shit. But bro said, "Fuck it, whatever, we ball," and he sent it to fight Superman, and the battle was so epic that they accidentally set off a nuke. The clone thought he was so much better than normal Superman that he decided to sacrifice himself to stop the nuke. So now there's a very obvious conflict between the US and the Soviet Union. Years pass and a utopia within the Soviet Union has been created through the efforts of Superman and Wonder Woman. But it turns out this peace was achieved at the cost of people's freedom, as those who disobeyed were lobotomized. And because they spent all those years together, Wonder Woman had now developed feelings for Superman, because I guess alternate universe Wonder Womans just can't keep it in their pants when it comes to Superman dictators. Though Superman's autistic ass is unaware of her true feelings because he just sees her as a comrade. However, Luthor isn't done yet. He came back like Doofenshmirtz and enacts another plan to eliminate Superman. He allies himself with Brainiac to shrink Moscow, but Brainiac instead shrinks Stalingrad instead. Oopsies! Superman captures Brainiac and reclaims the city. The tiny city is confined in a bottle, and it serves as Superman's greatest failure, as it's revealed that the city can't be reverted to its normal size. And to help serve the country better, Superman reprograms Brainiac. Hey, you remember that kid who got orphaned earlier? Well, that kid becomes Batman, and he's now fighting against the system. He is assisted by Lex Luthor, who supplies him with materials and a plan to fight Superman. The plan involved kidnapping Wonder Woman to draw out Superman so they could use solar energy machines to suck up his power. And of course, when Wonder Woman is kidnapped, she's tied up with her own lasso. Because why not? Because why not? Why hide our fetishes when we're writing comic books? Why not just let it all out at this point? The plan works and Superman is weakened. However, he's able to convince Wonder Woman to break free and destroy the machines, which greatly injures her. Batman realizes that he's shit out of luck and that the plan failed, so he offs himself because he's scared of getting his brain scrambled. Wonder Woman leaves Superman's side, and now she hates him because he didn't give a shit about her injuries. Later, Brainiac tells Superman that he should invade the US, but Superman rejects the idea. Lex Luthor then becomes the president of the US and discovers the existence of Green Lanterns and makes an army out of them. He also teams up with Wonder Woman and her Amazons, gathering forces to fight Superman. Luthor then confronts Superman at his home and is captured by Brainiac. Brainiac tells Superman that Luthor was going to convince him to end himself, which forces Superman's hand. Superman begins his attack on the US with the help of Brainiac. He runs through the opposing forces with ease. Though as he begins closing in on the White House, Louis Luthor, that's right, in this universe, Lois Lane is married to Lex Luthor, hands him a small letter that was handwritten by Lex. It read, "Why don't you just put the whole world in a bottle, Superman?" Superman realizes that he's gone too far in his quest for control, and he orders Brainiac to stop the invasion, to which Brainiac replies with, "Fuck no, baby!" It's revealed that Brainiac was under no one's control this whole time, and that he wanted world domination for his own all along. Luckily, Luthor is able to shut down Brainiac from within. Brainiac's ship begins to explode and Superman flies it into space, seemingly dying in the explosion. But actually, he didn't die. He's just living among the humans now. Then Luthor created a utopia world, mixed with the ideologies of Brainiac, Superman, and himself. And then everyone lived happily ever after. So yeah, those universes are kind of sucky and bad. But then it's revealed that this version of Superman was actually a descendant of Lex Luthor from the far future that was sent back in the past, thus making Superman and Lex Luthor related the entire time?